Welcome to the Looking Glass. Are you an initiate of the mystery schools? If you are here, you may be one. My name is Mary Moses. If you are here, you are meant to hear this message about some ancient secrets that not a lot of people know about or are meant to hear. This is an individual reading for Jessica, but there are some amazing things we're going to learn today. Jessica, your parents who passed away came forward to talk to you through symbology, numerology, geometry. And you are at 12 o'clock, and your father and mother are on either side of you. There are two glasses, crystal glasses, below you, and two crystal glasses above you. This reflects an underworld and an upper world. There is a candle with a candlestick, the letter or the numbers 119 or 911 backwards. There are energies below you, your family members that pull you down sometimes. There's a dog inside a heart with spiritual beings of light inside this heart. Your mother has a triangle going down and an elephant, and your father has images of Christ on a cross suffering. These are communications to you. You are also blocking your ears, and there are blocks over your stomach that look like squares, sacred geometrical shapes. Your second piece is your adepthood, who you are meant to rebirth into and to step into if you can persist in all efforts and if you can remove the blockages that are on you currently. We're going to tell you about these secrets, and we hope that you keep these words and this message sacred. You again are at 12 o'clock. You have a rose that has bloomed. Your face is sharing a face of a lioness. You are holding a scepter of light like a mirror. There is the word MREEEE at the bottom, spelled incorrectly as a code. Inside is a doorway of your solar plexus that is a goldfish. There is a bumblebee and a magic dragon. There is a fierce dog protecting this realm. You are holding a wizard blowing puff of smoke. And again, you have another bee by your hand. What is a mystery school? A mystery school is a body of initiates who have dedicated themselves to preserving, protecting, and perpetuating the mystery teachings. Throughout the ages, the mystery school has been hidden from plain sight, but you can see it covertly in many symbols throughout the world. The initiates are known as the guardians, protectors, the light bearers, the teachers, the healers, the record keepers, the magicians, and the watchers. These initiates were kept under lock and key in their respective institutions. The initiates are the ones who help humanity go back to a place of balance, truth, way, and life. They are the ones who bring illumination. You can pause and read what I have shown here about the mystery schools, but in this reading, I'm going to tell you something that not a lot of people know about Jesus being an initiate of the mystery schools through the symbologies that were brought forward in the Bible. Not a lot of people know this, so grab a pencil, grab a pen, and begin a journal of sacred writings and understanding the 7 mystery schools that connect to the 7 wounds of Christ, the 7 spirits of God, your 7 chakras, as we live on this world of 7 continents, 7 seas, 7 scrolls, 7 trumpets, 7 musical notes, 7 metals in alchemy, and the 7 seeds of life in the flower of life that blooms into a rose. And this number 7 makes up the 144 petals of the sealed initiates of God. Plato said, "You cannot become an initiate of his unless you know the secrets of the Platonic solids." The Platonic solids have a voice and have an invisible energy and a frequency which moves inside of us and outside of us. The initiates of the flame were initiates of Egypt that are connected to the scarab, and it is about that we do not die. There is a possibility that we can transform from death to life. The Hermetics, the initiates of Hermes, is about the tetrahedron, the triangle, the triangular cap on the head of a wizard, but most importantly, the initiates of the net. What and who were the initiates of the net? They were initiates who knew that there was an unseen force or matrix behind our material world. And they often brought forward images of this net that look a little scary. This is to keep people who are polarized or who are still in the lower energies out, because people can become a spiritual virus, and we do not want to infect those who have purified themselves. Moses was an initiate of the net, and by numerology. Once you become adept with symbology and numerology, you will know exactly what the Bible is actually saying and what is happening within you and how to prepare yourself for your awakening. Jesus Christ was an initiate of the net. He said, "Let us be fishermen of men and cast our net out." These fish symbols, the water symbol, the net, walking on water, the wine glasses, these are all symbols of the initiate of the net. The fish symbol is a Christian symbol that is known as the Vesica Piscis. Jesus talked about the fish and the eye of the needle, which makes the most important symbol in sacred geometry of all time. The Vesica Piscis makes the eye of the needle, the all-seeing eye, the belly of the whale, the fish, the teardrop, the flame, the flower of life, the ankh, and the Holy Grail, like the glasses above your head in the first piece. The two glasses reflecting that you have doubled yourself, you have been born again. I'm going to tell you a secret most people don't know, that Spirit told me. The fish symbol on its side is someone who is not awake. The end of the tail reflecting the letter X, meaning the number 10. The fish pointing down is someone who is going through the baptism of water. They are just awakening, but they have not purified themselves. They are still on the cross, taking on the sins of the world. And the fish pointing up is pointing at 12 o'clock, and it reflects a flame. This is a flame, and the flame is the baptism of fire. When an initiate is going through the flame, like a candlestick or a flame of fire, they are now 12 years old, and they are ready to leave the world of the Matrix and to enter into a mystery school. This is why Harry Potter, at 12 years old, left the Muggles. And this is why a coven of witches is 13. When you leave the number 12, you go to the number 13. Jesus plus his 12 disciples equals 13. A coven of witches, a covenant. Jesus said, "My Father's house is a mansion with many rooms." So, when Jesus left the Bible at 12 years old, this is a reflection and a covert communication that he was in the flame, the Vesica Piscis, the baptism of fire, where we leave the Muggles, the Munchkins, we leave the temple. This is the triangle. And we go out of the matrix, leaving the Muggles and Munchkins behind to become powerful, part of the initiates. And many of the symbols of the initiate schools are ugly, like the snarling, gnarling dog, because it keeps people who are ignorant out, because those who are in the baptism of water or who are in the fish symbol that is on its side, who are spiritually dead, they are a virus to those who are going through the fires of purification. So when you see symbols like the raven and black, you have to look closely, because behind the darkness is the light, and illumination and light, eternal life, joy, power, and becoming part of the frequency of God is the good news behind what the ones who are asleep perceive as bad news. So you can see the initiates, and you can see the triangle, the scepter, the sphere, and symbols of the initiates. Now, you have the word Mr. E with E, E, E. E, E, E being Inky and Enlil. Ea, Eve, the Garden of Eden. And you are, in your process of awakening, you are going to be a guardian of the mystery schools and a place that people don't know about. There's even characters on YouTube that are called Mr. E. Inky. It's part of this place that I heard about in a podcast that is under a spring. And I live right by it. A secret tunnel system under a spring that is another world. Some are born with spiritual immune systems that sooner or later give rejection to the illusionary worldview grafted upon them from birth through social conditioning. They begin sensing that something is amiss and start looking for answers. Inner knowledge and anomalous outer experiences show them a side of reality others are oblivious to, and so begins the journey of awakening. And so Jesus returned at 30, walking on water, raising the dead, and died at 33. So this 33 is a symbol of the 33 vertebrae in your spine and your Kundalini awakening. Inky was the lord of the waters, connected to the goldfish, the golden age of Aquarius, also known as Ea. Part of your study should be studying all the gods that begin with the letter E, all the places that begin with the letter E. And Inky and Lul, they are connected to all these E words. E Ngorara, E Abzu, Uridu, and Eden. It's part of this Mr. E. Now you know why we go to school to learn spelling, to cast spells, and cursive, to curse, cursive writing. Why you are summoned to court by a magistrate, magic. There are those who know about this magic. The water god, the freshwater pool outside Inky's temple. This place is under the earth. This is a secret. Don't go around telling the muggles, the munchkins. Even if these muggles and munchkins are part of your family, they are not ready to hear these truths. Somehow you have been rebirthed and reborn. It's time to detach from dramas of the matrix and the world and to step into your divinity. This is why you received a reading from me. You are holding a scepter here, and this is your scepter because you are connected to Sekhmet. And Sekhmet is the lioness, and you are sharing the face of the lioness. And the lioness is when we are reborn, we come out of the water and go into the fire. This means that we are now communicating our heart with that of the sun. This is why we see your heart over your mother's face with these individuals there with the dog. This is Sirius B, the dog star. She is the invisible mother, and this is why it's on your mother. And the invisible mother is going to share an eye with your eye, share a hand with your hand, and share your voice with you. And you will grow through her body and become her. You will be both you and her, too. You will have two souls now, not just one. You will be different. You will not be the same. You will have contradicting thoughts. You will feel sad about leaving people behind, but excited about stepping into what God wants you to do. Notice the angel standing on top of the eye. I also found someone who has a rose, whose name is Mr. E, like the rose on your head. There are people in the initiate schools who put these secret messages on their albums, people who know and have been awoken. The rose is connected to the 144,000, those who have been sealed. You're holding a wizard, so you're ready to step into your wizard. And the bumblebee is the voice of God, the frequency of God. The dog is, if you do not hear the divine order of God, if you do not unblock your ears and unblock your solar plexus and open the door to what you are meant to do, you will not be allowed in, because you are a protector and a guardian of this secret world, of the mystery schools. So the dog is, if you do hear the divine order of God, which is the sound of the bumblebee, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. God is sound and frequency. You can go into this spring, beautiful world, this water world, with the golden goldfish, and like lightning coming out of your hand, or like a thief in the night, you will be shifted to a brand new world through this awakening. It will take dedication and study on your part, and hearing the voice of Spirit in your ear. Now, here's a secret message from you, from your higher self, for you to figure out on your own. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea. You have Puff the magic dragon and a pipe and living by the sea. Enjoy your studies, enjoy your awakening, and know that you're not alone when it comes to spiritually leaving behind those who do not see or hear the magic of the mystery schools.
Puff that mighty